Magic the Gathering's 29th World Championship was this past weekend, and in it there were some really standout decks. You have the decks that you kind of expected to show up, like the Esper Legends, Domain Ramp, and some fun newer decks using cards from Wilds of Eldraine, like Golgari Midrange, and this deck right here. This deck is my favorite from among the decks that were brought to the World Championship. And it didn't perform extremely well, in part because it only really matched up against Control. That's where it really faltered. And Alex Hayne built this deck to use a bunch of new cards. Specifically, Regal Bunicorn. It also has a battle in it and the Virtue of Loyalty. The sideboard is mostly just removal tech cards, a little bit of graveyard hate, artifact and enchantment hate, and a bit of a, pair of planeswalkers here. We have Teferi and the Eternal Wanderer. But this deck is Azorius tokens. That's right. Go wide in blue and white. And if you're thinking, well, doesn't white go wide? Where's the blue come in? Invasion of Segovia, the invasion of New Phyrexia. You've got battles galore on top of these other great token makers. The ideal way that this deck curves out is turn 1, or either Virtue, or you just hold up a blue source for this Spell Pierce. Turn 2, you get down the Bunnycorn into a turn 3 Invasion of Segovia, which is 4 permanents on the battlefield for the Regal Bunicorn to flip it, and then allow you to cast a bunch of these instant sorceries and battles, well, just using your creatures. Like, you can cast things off of your creatures once this is flipped over. And that does include things like the Wandering Emperor and Virtue of Loyalty. It's just all about the timing that you can get this done. This deck, though, is so fun, and people don't expect it. They expect the white part of this deck, the Destroy Evils, Adeline, Wedding Announcement, Wandering Emperor, Virtue, but when you start bringing in the blue pieces, including these counter spells, it plays a bit like Soldiers, but a bit taller and trickier. So we're going to take Alex Haynes' deck into the ranked queue, and I'm going to show you what this deck can do. Bopo. Hello, Bopo. I've got a Fairy Mastermind, so I hope that you're going to be trying to draw cards. Play out this. It comes in tapped. It will give me access to all of my mana next turn without having to use a Pain land, which is important if I want to throw down this Fairy Mastermind. Just based on the cards I have in hand, I want to play Trixie-like. So I'll be holding my Make Disappear and my Fairy Mastermind. If they play something that needs to be countered, we counter it. If they don't, Fairy Mastermind. Also, if they play, for example, an adventure that might draw them a card, we also pop this out. Oh, it's the Sleeper! I'll counter that. I have Protect the Negotiators, but since they didn't get a land, I'm just going to throw down Wedding Announcement. This will give me 2 permanents. Another token next turn as well. Three mana. I'll go straight back to holding up things to counter Shaldred's next turn. Seeing this is mono black. Graveyard Trespasser, gonna munch up a card from a graveyard. It deals damage to me if they exile the Sleeper, so I think they'll hit the Sleeper. Nice. And now we're just going to pass the turn. Ooh, or will we? I don't know if I want this to transform. How important is it to me that I am stopping Shaldred? It's fairly important, but I do have this Wandering Emperor coming up. So I think I'm going to go for Bunicorn instead. Stops the transformation and also gets me whoop, a Chunky Bunny. A Chunky Bunny blocker. Hello. Don't firmly grasp it. Or go for its throat. It's just a sweet little bunny. Gosh, I love it so much. Yep. No, it's dead. Dead and soon to be exiled. Imagine killing a sweet little bunny. Next turn, these are going to get +1/+1, so they'll be a bit stronger on this battlefield. And now we're going to go straight to just playing at instant speed. I am, however, going to play one of these instant speed spells at sorcery speed. That is to prevent the nighttime flip. We're still holding up the Fairy Mastermind and protect the negotiators. And flip it. A cut down. I will let that happen. I'm still pretty happy with my blockers. And I need to save this protect negotiators for the threats that actually win them the game this turn. Pass to attackers. We'll double block, single block. One, two, three. This is now an awful lot easier to pay the cost of. Hey, Sheldred, but if they don't play a land, then that's all good for me. So they do have this and this able to attack me. But I have the Wandering Emperor, so I'm fine with that. Hi, Liliana. How you doing? Gonna make me sacrifice a creature or discard a card? If it's discarding, we drop the Deluge. Nope. We sacrifice. Oh no, my 1/1. Pass through attackers. Pass the blockers. Here comes the Wandering Emperor. Spitting out a 2/2. And that 2/2 is coming straight for you, Lily. Now they could kill this. We'll see if they have another piece of removal here. Since they're going to be in top deck city, we don't want them getting to control our hand. So we can actually play both of these out here. I kind of like just going for Virtue of Loyalty, so I'll do that. Rather than Fairy Mastermind, Memory Deluge. Because now these 2/2s are going to get kind of huge. Going to be 4/4s, 5/5, 6/6. And they are 2/2s, but they're getting +1/+1 off Wedding Festivity. The Swole Samurais, yeah! Ooh, Kix's Command! I'm going to sacrifice one of my 4/4s. And they're going to bring back 2 creatures. Soldier Graveyard Trespasser. They have the most reach, so I think that makes sense. No, they went for the underdog. Well, we have a way to kill Sheldred. Nice. Her booty will not be long for this world. I am going to just throw down Fairy Mastermind, though, because of Virtue of Loyalty. Make my fairy grow! Hi, Liliana. If they minus, you just Mirrex. Oh, I sacrifice a creature, do I? The Tenacious Underdog returns. Hello, Invasion of Segovia. I'm fine with that. One of those, like, how much do I care about the blue? Not that much. I'm gonna keep going wide. We are a tokens deck. And now I'm going to put full control mode on. And that's because we're going to get a lot of untaps here. Oh, wait, is it mana paid? Whoops. All right, I've learned my lesson. Don't pay with Deluge only for creatures. You gotta pay some mana. Noted. I put full control mode on because we could have had multiple spells cast, but, like, doesn't matter. I can misplay somebody else's deck, and I feel like we're fine. So, like, here, if they make me discard this... Oh, no. Do it. Do it, Liliana! Childred. Decidedly evil. Oh, whoops. Need to pay 1 white. There we go. Yeah, I think we are winning this.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Nice. Okay, cool. See, we learn from our mistakes, and we still win games. This gives me bunnies and knights. Potentially even more knights if we manage to get a couple more pieces of mana, but right now, just bunnies and knights. Hi there, Monastery Swiftspear. I'll lead with our Seachrome Coast. It comes in untapped at the start of the game, and I'm probably going to want to play Virtue of Loyalty rather than running out this bunny, since it dies very easily, and this can be a surprise blocker if our opponent taps out. A 1-1 against mono red dies easily, very easily. So see how they cast the Shivan Devastator? They tapped out. That's going to mean I'm going to freely be able to block the Swiftspear here, since I know that they can't trigger Prowess. Get out of here, Swiftspear. Still taking 4 damage, though. Oof, down to 12. We go for Wedding Announcement. We could go for Bunnicorn for the sake of using up all our mana and getting the strongest blocker here. Swinging for 1. Make a 1-1. Next turn, double Bunnicorn sounds really nice because they'll be seeing all the other creatures in the battlefield. So I think it's smart for me to trade with the Bloodthirsty Adversary since they're dealing so much damage, especially in the air. If I'm taking 4 here, that's just the way it's going to go. But behold, my buns! If they have, like, 2 monstrous rages, I'll be dead this turn. That's okay. Sometimes you die to mono red, because mono red is a fast and aggressive deck. They might leave one back as a blocker for the buns. Nope, they're going all in. Shivan Devastators swinging in at my face. The Iganjo will be able to kill 1 next turn. If I have a next turn, that's a Lightning Strike. Kamano faces Kakazan. Nope, they just had lethal. If instead of playing Bunnicorns, I just held my Iganjo, we still would have been at 2 life and probably died the next turn to the other Shivan Devastator. I think we did the right move. Unfortunately, didn't work out for us. Naglfar, what are you playing? I'm playing bunnies. I will lead with my Deserted Beach. Give me some beautiful blue and white mana that doesn't cost any pain. Looking at you, Atakar Waste. Monastery Swiftspear. It's mono red, but it's mono red on the draw, which still can be very, very good, especially if they have, you know, some play with fire to take out this Bunnicorn. Mono red is incentivized to take out these Bunnicorns before they get big. These can get big enough that mono red can't handle them. So, like, Wedding Announcement will get me 2 permanents, but I'm actually going to go for Adeline and an attack. Now I have a 3/4 blocker. Ooh, a Mishra's Foundry, but with the fancy old-timey art. The Boomerlands. I feel like Mishra's Foundry should be in Mishra land. If Urza can have Urza lands, I think that Mishra should have Mishra lands. I'm not going to block. I'm going to just risk taking this damage here rather than get, like, monstrous raged right before I manage to kind of stabilize with the bunny. So far, they also have not played a creature yet this turn. Boop, boop. And a charming scoundrel. She gets a +1/+1. And she might put the Wicked token onto the flyer. Yep, gives them the most evasion here. I'd rather go wide than draw a card, so we're going to swing in with Adeline. The bunny's getting big! And here's a wedding announcement. Oh, look at that bunny! Look at this beautiful bunny! It's a big bun now, yeah! Just sitting there, eating part of a dandelion. But they're like pink dandelions. Aww. So regal. So bun. By the way, the fact that this is called Regal Bunicorn, I think it should be a Rabbit Unicorn Noble. Maybe that's just me. This the Phoenix chick is swinging in here. That's going to be 2 damage at a time. We could go for another Bunicorn. I'm going to play the wedding announcement, I believe, instead. I will stay back. Throw down this since it comes in tapped. Or if it had a Royal Roll attached. My guess is they originally had a version with Royal Roll attached, but it was too strong. Okay, Lightning Strike directly to the face. That's 3 damage in the air now. Playing this here bunny. I'm going to throw this down post-combat. So it's either they kill me next turn or I kill them. We're going to draw a couple cards. This will flip over. I'll become +1/+1. Ooh. So based on these cards we drew, we actually probably wouldn't have wanted this. Since the first 2 cards are Wandering Emperor, that would give us access to this. So now they are very much able to kill us. Play with fire, Lightning Strike. Any direct damage to us will get them to kill. We are forced to block Felden. We block with the smallest possible thing, with hopes of them getting the fewest cards selected. Yeah, we're sending out a lot of wedding invites. So the 2 cards I got were Nahiri's Warcrafting, which can give them more selection in a land. I think they go for Warcrafting, and they hit the human token, because that gives them, again, a potential win. Looking at the top 3 cards, since they did 3 excess damage, are any of them Play with Fire? They were not! So we win! GG Mono Red. Behold, Seachrome Coast! Having this Make Disappear or Fairy Mastermind for turn 2 are really nice. Not gonna run out the bunny. We also have Virtue of Loyalty, which I'd probably play over the Fairy Mastermind unless I think they're going to draw a card. But, you know, I'll let that up the Beanstalk resolve. You draw a second card per turn, I get to draw a card too. I could play Wedding Announcement, or I could hold up Make Disappear, assuming that they're going to play Topiary Stomper. I'm going to go for Wedding Announcement. I want to play very, very aggressively against this person because they're likely playing Sunfall and other cards, and I need to kill them as soon as I can. Next turn, it's going to be Bunicorn and Make Disappear. All right, there's the Virtue. Swing in for a grand total of 1. The Bunnicorn is outside of virtue range now. Up the beanstalk! It resolves. You draw a card. You still have 2 mana up. Pass to attackers, pass to blockers. Nothing on the second end step, so we cast the Virtue of Loyalty. They go for the throat on our bunny. R.I.P. my sweet little bun bun. How I love thee oh so very much. Why did you set an upkeep stop? No matter. Die! And our virtue is untold! We'll draw a card. These get +1/+1. Awful lot of basics happening here. Herd migration. This will gain them 3 life. Get them a basic. What color? Island. Okay. Leyline Binding for 2 mana since they do not have any mountains. So far, by the way, no triomes have come out here. They're exiling Virtue of Loyalty. Yes, I do want to play this. Followed by Invasion of Segovia. Let's get cracking. I am going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. X equals 5. Reminds me of March of the Multitudes. We're going to untap some creatures. And we have mana for Wandering Emperor and Make Disappear. Kale, thank you for the sub! Okay, Leyline Binding. We are going to counter this. And I am going to Casualty. Pay 2. I don't care how you tap. Sacrificing Human! Do you pay the 4? Yeah, they would be exiling Cadus there. But I feel very, very safe here. We have an army. Invasion of Zendikar. More like Invasion of Zendo. Who cares? Whoosh! Check out these apples. Bada bing! Nice. I think there's a budget version of the deck. That's why there weren't any triomes. Or they just had weird draws. Bacon King. Bacon. I can go for some bacon. Got ourselves a Spell Pierce. Fairy Mastermind. Make Disappear. At least Trixie. Maybe they have Trixies too. The difference between 3 and 2 mana here gonna be dependent on what they cast here. Alright, it was nothing. I don't really think I want Wedding Announcement. I'm going to just hold open these two. I don't feel like I'll need both. I feel like we'll just want one. Oh, okay. March of Otherworldly Light. I will Spell Pierce. I live! The bunny was too cute to fight. Oh, you're right. It might have been like a moral, like, I couldn't kill a bunny. Okay, lay down arms. I gained life out of that. Yay! Life gain! Ooh, Invasion? Adeline. I'm gonna try and pop down this Invasion for 2. Go wide. No counterspells, no whammies. Oh, they dissipated it. It gets exiled. Sure, okay. This is some mana. Now I want to do it again. Your desire to stop me from getting tokens, or potentially to fairies. Syncopate! Oh, look at Mr. Counterspells over here. Now that we have a land, we can protect Adeline with a counterspell of our own, though probably not actually that useful one because it only taxes for 2. I attack with Adeline! Getting Iganjoed? No, getting Hornlock Wailed. Okay. I was thinking about blanking that just so they don't get the 6/6. But that would also be like, you know, killing my own stuff. What deck is our opponent running? This is like a Bant control or like tempo kind of deck. It's funky. Adeline pre-combat so we can get more things off this. I do like the whale, yeah. The whale of a good time. Huh. They did not flash out the whale there. Okay. Excellent work. And we win. Because we countered their board wipe. Sunfall. It's a good card right now, and I hate it, and that's why we need counter spells. My mana all comes in tapped here. We do have the Bunnicorn, Adeline, but unless I'm drawing another mana source, I don't think that this hand is usable. So we're going to mulligan, and I think this is better. I'm going to keep 6 and throw back the Invasion of New Phyrexia. This way I can lead with Deserted Beach, comes in tapped, and then get the Seachrome Coast. Gives me Make Disappear, Virtue of Loyalty, Invasion of Segovia, Wandering Emperor. Lots of good stuff. Oh, and we're up against some Golgari! Herd Migration. You heard it here. They can gain 3 life and find a basic land. Ramp. In this Economia? Oh. We've already ramped. Can't have more ramp. I'll just pop down Invasion of Segovia since I'm not bluffing a counterspell here. Ta-da! Watch it just be shouldered. Oh no, it's fight. Oh, it's a fight rigging deck. All right, so fight rigging. That's going to possibly cast them a free spell. I like it. I like it. Dave G. Thank you so much for the 9-month resub. Just gonna get down my happy little spells right now, keeping my instants and sorceries for the flipped Invasion of Segovia if I can. Okay, Archfiend of the Dross. What do they get to cast for free? Reach the multiverse! Oh, second Archfiend of the Dross. Okay. And they also took a Wandering Emperor from me. Yes. And also... Yikes. And also help. Adeline. And some friends. Oil goes down. They have 3 turns to kill me, assuming they have no proliferate, but like... Oh no! My creatures! The fight rigging. We die this turn. We're super dead. We're super duper duper dead. for them. Our opponent does go first here, but we have some bunnies, emperors, and knights. Also something that can make knights. They're good knights. They mulliganed once. Oh, I see Rakdos. This could be an anvil deck, or it could be more than just 2 colors. Bloodthirsty Adversary. Ooh, maybe this is mono red just flashing for better kill spells. I don't think so, though. Ooh, because we have an Adeline here, I think I'm gonna go for the bunny. Hello, just a little bunny. You wouldn't hurt a little bunny, would you? Braids? You wouldn't, right? I don't think they're sacrificing anything here. But what if they do? And they'll get to draw a card because I'm not sacrificing. Nice. Deserted Beach. Adeline. And I actually am going to offer them a trade with Braids here. I don't think they'll take it. I think they'll just block the 1/1. Nice. Just gonna go ahead and text Voxy. I want to meet Shrek. I bet he smells like a sewer. Shrek is Drek. I'm not blocking. I don't know what you've got, but I don't trust like that. Monstrous Rage! Yeah, that's a lot of damage. I think you also might sacrifice the monster token, depending on what you're doing with this deck. Not this turn, but maybe the next one. Ooh, they did sacrifice it. I do this now to get bigger bunny. Also just like taking out Braids because they might not attack. More and better bunny. Oh look, it's another Braids. It's another Braids, but like now we have Human to sacrifice. Fatal Grudge? Okay. They sacrifice a creature. I have to sacrifice a creature. Sacrifice a land. I will also sacrifice a land. And I'm gonna get a lot of permanents on the battlefield. Like a lot of permanents. I'm going to give Adeline +1/+1. And I'm swinging both of them at their face. Block this, nerd! You have to block Adeline or the bun. Or perish! GG! Rakdos Sakdos. This deck technically lets me hold up a counterspell on my turn 1. Ooh, is it mono red again? It is! Though it will take some pain. I think that that's still worth it. This would come in tapped, so I'm just going to hold my Spell Pierce here. Just in case. Oh, hi, Azusa. This is like the fashion Azusa. She's so pretty. That's the one does have a lot of mono red. I'm going to throw down Iganjo so I don't have to pay a life if I end up going for Virtue of Loyalty over Spell Pierce. think they might have Monstrous Rage. That's why I'm not going to use the Virtuin block here. So tricky. Oh, an Invasion of Ragatha? Yeah, that's 4 to my face. I will counter that. I will take 1 to the face instead. Thank you very much. Oh, Seachrome Coast is the last time that it would come in untapped. Oh, you go for Virtue, Destroy Evil. Wedding Announcement. All pretty good. I will try to go for the trade here. Ooh, could just be a Play with Fire, too. Yep, Play with Fire. It's gone. Now we have Wandering Emperor, Make Disappear. We've got some choices. My choice is to try not to die. Save it. Healing up too, getting rid of like Phoenix Check permanently might be better. Felon! This is going to be the one that I can't like stop because I don't have flyers. Also can come back from graveyards. Nice. That is some removal. Sadly, I don't have anything to put counters on. And that's fine. I'm just going to kill the Wandering Emperor. We're at 4 life against Mono Red. Do what you can. Monastery Swift Spear. Another Invasion of Ragatha. I am once again countering your spells. I have to block at least 2 of these. We'll have that Ganjo if we don't use something here. But I think we gotta go with the Virtue. And hope that they don't have anything. We take 1, we can block that. Or... Little 1/1 destroy. I'm just going to sit here. I think this is the move that keeps me the most alive. This will let them look at the top cards of their library. Phoenix Check. Oh, Swift Spear again. Why didn't they play it? Because it has haste? 1, 2, 3. This is actually a really great pull. Azongo! Behold my knights! They are 3/3s, which are bigger than your 2/2. And also sort of a 2/2. Ah, they got Stoke the Flames. That's great. Good for them. This hand has the potential to do the thing that I love this deck to do, which is a Bunicorn into Invasion of Segovia. Fingers crossed, we can pull it off. No removal, no whammies. Ooh, that's blue, though. Blue is tricky. Are you opting? Considering? I think this is Mono Blue Cauldron. A deck running Consider, to me, means, yeah, I'm trying to set things up in my graveyard. I'm trying to get things ready for some tricky business. It could be Standard Djinn, but, you know, Won't find out until they counter my invasion of Segovia. Oh my god, it resolved? Alright, this is the thing. So, our beautiful bunny is going to hop on over to the invasion of Segovia and kick it with his little tiny bunny paws. I've got 2 mana, but it wasn't for counter spells. It could be for impulse, yes. If they impulse here, that will tell us a lot. If they have a Fading Hope, we'll see. Does this end up back in my hand? Well, first they're considering their options. They didn't put whatever it was into their graveyard. They now have 3 spells in the graveyard, instants or sorceries. Nice. Now, since we only have blue mana here, I am not able to cast any of these until we untap. But now I have access to Virtue of Loyalty, a really big invasion of New Phyrexia. If they tap out, we probably go for this, because I think that an uncountered one of those is going to be really difficult for them to catch up to. Yeah, we might end up seeing... Okay, no, it's the Jhin deck. Nice. So that means with them as they are, we're going to go extremely wide here, and I don't think that they'll be able to recover. And if you're wondering, Amy, how wide can you go? Here's the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm attacking with the bunny this turn. Hey. Yep, we can slap down that Virtue of Loyalty. And we untap. We'll actually untap twice. Not that it makes a big difference. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, what a beautiful bunny you are. How you doing, hottie Jhin? You, critiquing my choice of clothing? Joke's on you! I'm naked because I'm a bunny unicorn! I'm so ready to hit spacebar here. I am so ready! Let's go, let's go, let's go. And we attack with everything. I love that these have trample. They make me so happy. Do you want to block? No. March Destroying Mist and discard their entire hand? Would that even be enough? I mean, Asinine Antics doesn't bounce, though. It just turns these into 1/1s. And they're already just 2/2s. I think that is what they're doing. They're going to exile their hand and march boldly on. The big thing that they need to phase out, I think, is Kados. That's so funny! Oh, I love it. They can eat one of my creatures. They're going for the Trampler. Now, if they hit the perfect sequence of cards here, I feel like there's a chance that they can actually get enough damage. But it would be difficult. I went for Wedding Announcement there, by the way, to try and draw potentially a counter spell. Just in case. Next turn, they're gonna die. GG. I hope you guys enjoyed this showcase of Alexander Haynes' deck from World. Again, I think that this deck is super duper cool. I think that there's some potential to maybe swap in some Denix, kind of change out what is happening. But the ideal here, I'm going to say, it's Bunacorn into Invasion of Segovia. It's the coolest thing you can do with this deck. I really enjoy the kind of pattern, the play pattern here. And I do think that having some on-tempo counterspells like Make Disappear or Protect the Negotiators is really important for this meta because of the game-winningly good threats that just kind of come down or wipe the board that are really hard to deal with otherwise. Destroy Evil, absolutely a great card to have these days because it gets rid of Sheoldred, gets rid of Virtues. It's a helpful card that has versatility in the ways that it matters. And if Selesnya Enchantments ends up, I don't know, picking up a little bit more of a place in the meta thanks to the 9th place deck, I think it was 9th place from Worlds, well, there you go. It's destroying those enchantments too. Die, Calyx. Get off of this battlefield. Thank you so much to Alexander Haynes for making this deck. I did not ask his permission before playing it, so it's mine now. I've stolen it. It lives in my deck lists. And also, if you want to find it, you can check out all the deck lists from Worlds at magic.gg. They have all of the deck lists from Worlds there. There's some really fun ones, so go check it out. It's also on MTG Melee, but I feel like that one's harder to navigate. So, yeah, go check out this deck. Thank you, Alex.